There we go. And we are live. Welcome again to another episode of Dungeons and Dragons with Animal Crossing friends Into the Mist. And just to give you all a short recap of the events of last session, you all came upon this strange encampment at the foot of what looked to be a very clear uh, lake and river. You saw that they were all dancing around, merrymaking, drinking wine. In fact, they were familiar to Condoriano, who knows them to be the same people that brought him to Barovia. They told you the story of a powerful wizard who once dared to challenge Strad. Strad is known to be the ruler of Barovia. He tells the tale of this wizard who, having sustained or having absorbed all of the best tricks, still survived until Strad himself came to attack him. And he fell down a waterfall, never to be seen again. After that, the group was invited into a tent. The tent of Madame Eva. Upon entering the tent, they saw a woman seated behind the table with a crystal ball and several cards in her hands. She addressed them all by their names and even called them by names of their past or of different lives. One by one, she asked them to reveal their destiny through the cards. 3 of them revealed the location of special items that will help them in their quest to defeat Strad. One of them revealed the person that would rival Strad. And the last card revealed where they could find Strad himself. After the reading, the party ventured out into the road once more. And they encountered the mist. Through the mist, they came across several zombies, which they were able to turn away and fend off, surviving the encounter. The mist started to creep up on them as they felt that they were being choked by this strange and mysterious mist. So they had to run until they came upon a fork on the road. On one side of the road, there was a clearly unused path. On that path, there was a wagon with 2 horses that were going to pull them. The party cautiously looked around, inspected the wagon, and even tried to get on it. The moment that Shivara and Johanna stepped onto the wagon and tried to ride it, it closed on its own. And the horses started to walk to the east, following the unused road. Before they could get too far, Shivara and Johanna jumped out of the wagon, while Condoriano, taking the shape of a horse, followed them as well. Now, they stand before the the other path, which is blocked by a giant gate. This gate has two giant statues on either side. One of them has its head on the ground next to its feet already. And as the party comes closer, you see the gate in the middle, move open, allowing the party to pass through. Now, having seen the gate open, what does the party decide to do?
Wait, ito yung papasok sa ano, 'di ba? Dun sa city.
You do not see any city.
Ay, kasi yung picture na alala ko. Yung parang may wall.
Yes, there is a wall and
Ayun,
there is a gate
ayun.
inside, but there is no city at the other end.
Okay, okay. Ano lang yun?
It's a gate.
So hindi pa namin alam what's inside.
Yeah, you see that at the other end of the road, at the other end of the gate is more road and a forest. What looks to be a forest.
Akala ko yun na yung city na pupuntahan namin. Anyway. Naglalakad ba kami?
Yes, however, Condoriano is in horse form right now.
Nag-gallop.
So would Condoriano allow someone to ride him? Maybe?
Sino gustong sumakay?
Pwede dalawa. Dalawa kami ni Shivara sasakay sa'yo.
Pwede.
Diba pwede yun?
I mean, as a horse, pwede naman. Yes.
Diba? Riding in tandem.
Pwede.
Ano to, mga hold up?
Pero dalawang babae.
And while that is happening, we'll just assume that sino to? That Gideon and Icarus are walking at the side of Condoriano, who has Shivara and Johanna riding on top of him.
Sige. Ano nakikita namin sa surroundings?
So as you pass through the gate, you find that there is a thick forest ahead. Then the road passes through. The road is like a clearing in between two thick areas full of trees.
Move forward, I think.
Okay. So would the party like what's your pace in moving forward? Are you going in quickly, or are you taking a leisurely stroll through the woods?
Yung normal lang. Normal
Mag-ano lang ako.
na naglalakad yung horse.
Okay.
Prancing.
Wow.
A prancing, a slow gallop. Okay, that's good. Okay, and as you walk through the woods, you find a few items on the floor. Well, you see that there's there's a mound on the floor of what look like discarded objects. Would you like to examine it?
Sige.
Okay. As you come closer, you you see that um, there is a broken box, as if it had fallen off a wagon, that is lying in the dirt. The dirt has already buried it partially, and it will take some time for you to remove it from the dirt.
Mm, meron ba kayong mga spells na pwede nating bilisan yung pagbuhay? So, nakikita
Hindi
namin,
ako pwede,
mukhang safe ba yung yung box? Can we examine
hindi ako
it
pwede
more?
mag-spell kasi naka-horse form ako.
Oo, sige. Wala din ako.
Pwede kong hukayin as a horse.
Pwede. Hilahin mo! Talian natin si hilahin mo.
I
Diba
have
pwede yun?
Sige.
I have no objections to that. Do you have rope?
Meron yata ako.
Okay.
Meron ako. Wait lang.
Yes, that is something you can do.
Hindi ko mabuksan yung yung... Hindi pa pala nakabukas yung page ko. Wait lang. Anyway, alam ko meron akong rope.
Okay. So you attach the rope. How do you attach it? Could you describe to us what your plan is?
Gaano kalalim yung box sa ground?
Maybe it's like a foot buried. 1 foot deep. And then you can see maybe 1 foot of the box still exposed into the air.
Tali namin yung ibabaw.
Mhm.
Kung ano yung pwedeng matali. Tapos tatry ihilahin ni Condoriano.
Mhm.
Ganun.
And as you tie your rope on the box, Condoriano, you are now holding on. How do you hold on to the rope? What do you use? Is it tied onto Condoriano, or is he holding onto it somehow?
No, sa body niya nakatay
Sa
din.
bagay.
Okay.
Sa may leeg.
Okay.
Baka masakal ka. Sa katawan na lang. Baka masakal ka.
And with a jolt, Condoriano rushes forward, pulling out the box, removing it from the dirt that is piled on top of it already. And you see that it is mostly intact and it can be opened. It is now completely out of the ground.
Can we investigate kung safe ba siya? Hindi ba siya baka mamaya may cursed or something?
Go ahead. Roll investigation.
With
With guidance, yes.
Naku po! Ano ba to?
You
Gusto
don't
mo
see
i-try?
anything suspicious at all.
Gusto mo na i-try, Condoriano?
It is not suspicious at all.
Ayan, si
Yeah,
Shivara.
pwede kasi naka-horse form
Ah.
ako.
Si Shivara, pwede ba yan?
Ako
With guidance.
Neither of you see anything suspicious about the box.
Oh my God! Mag-form ka na nga lang ng tao ulit, Condoriano.
Sayang yung yung... anong tawag
Sayang
nito?
yung spell. Oo nga. Sige.
Even in Condoriano's horse form, he is able to investigate. So go ahead, investigate.
Anong
Yes.
gagamitan ko na
Amuyin mo.
Your normal stats. Normal stats.
with guidance yan
Sure.
Uy.
Okay.
Sabi ko na nga ba ikaw talaga eh.
And with your keen senses and your side-facing eyes, you're able to see the box, and there is something shiny inside. Other than that, you do not see anything suspicious about it at all.
Can we open it?
You're going to open it. Okay. And as
Pwedeng gamitin yung mage hand.
Oo, yun.
do you
Kasi-
have do you have spell slots for mage hand?
Cantrip siya eh.
Okay, then no spell slots for mage hand. And using your mage hand, you conjure up a skeletal hand that floats in the air, and it daintily picks up the lid of the box and opens it to reveal what looks like a small spyglass. So what do you do upon seeing that there's a spyglass inside?
Sorry, ano nangyari? May spyglass? Anong gagawin?
Silip.
Sisilipin?
Hindi ko sure. Ano pa pwede gawin?
Form kasi ako.
Sino sisilipin?
Sinilaan ko na lang yung spyglass.
Oh my God! Sisilipin. Sige. Can I try?
Okay.
Ibang mabulag.
And before that, meron tayong mga viewers.
Oh, wow! Hi! Hi, guys!
So, shout out kay Walter and kay
Sikat na
Heneta
tayo.
Hero.
Sikat na tayo.
Oo. Mga ano yan, mga pinadala ni Matt
Hi!
na viewers natin.
Hi, everyone!
Okay, para sa mga nanonood right now, we are currently playing a tabletop role-playing game called Dungeons and Dragons, and this is a module. We are currently playing a module entitled Into the Mist. Okay.
We can invite them. Baka gusto nila, interested sila sumali.
Yes, if
Yes.
kung gusto nyong sumali, just message me na lang siguro, and you can join in na rin. We can teach you how to play, and we can have adventures together. And this is a role-playing game wherein we all tell a collective story, and we watch it unfold our way using dice. Diba? Just like right now, what is happening as Johanna picks up the spyglass from the box. You look into it, and what you see inside is lots of rain, wind, and flooding. Everywhere you look, you see that the trees, the road is darker than usual, and it is pouring with the rain, and there is a rising flood.
May na-identify ko ba yung place? Like, nadaanan na ba namin siya? Or,
Yes, the place that you see is where you are. It is like binocular, but every time you look through it, there's a storm inside. It shows the world as if there's a storm going on.
Arcana ba yung nakakapag-check if ano yung gamit?
You want to identify? Yes.
Yes, please. Para
Make-
malaman namin kung ano yung ano siya. Kung saan siya galing.
Sure.
Or anong gamit niya. With yes
make
po.
either Arcana or History.
Okay, let me check kung ano mas mataas. With guidance. Arcana, history. Parehong 1. So try ko nga history with guidance. Sana meron.
Okay, so you're aware that this is what is called a trinket, a magical trinket, a small magic item that usually has some special effect and nothing more.
So special effect lang dun sa nakikita mo, pero hindi siya magical as like nakikita mo yung future, parang ganun.
No,
No?
no, it is not
Ah,
that powerful.
so basically parang toy lang.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Can we keep it?
Sure, no problem.
Okay. What else inside ano pa yung laman ng box?
That's a good question. As you rummage through it, you see some small porcelain items.
Condoriano, yan na! Loots!
Hindi naka-horse. Asan?
Porcelain? Anong mga items?
As you bring them out, you see that they are small teacups, very tiny teacups that looks like they are from a child's tea set. The ones that children used to play doll
May
with.
value ba siya if we
Gano'n siya?
keep it?
There would be value. However, as you inspect it, you start to see that it is stained with blood.
Oh my god. Ano yun? Can we investigate more? Kung
Mhm.
ano yun? Human blood or animal blood or
Roll medicine.
wait. With guidance.
Sure.
And then, there!
Wow. Wow. Okay. So you're able to determine that this is not human blood. This is most likely to be animal blood, as you see that on the side of the teacup there is a chip, a sharp crack.
Ano yung crack na yun? Like, wala lang.
Yes, it's just a crack.
Okay. What else?
Parang
What else
wala ng
can we
value yan. Yung crack na.
Hindi na mint condition.
And that is all you see inside the box.
How big is the box? Can we keep it also? Or hindi? Hindi namin kayang dalhin.
You see the box, it's as big as a shoebox.
Isip ko baka pag nakita natin yung... Meron bang mga markings yung box para malaman namin if pag may-ari siya ng someone?
Not really. It is just an ordinary wooden box with its lock already broken.
May bag ako sa... So wala siyang anything na magsasabi sa kanya sino may-ari.
No, there are no identifying marks in it.
So iwan na lang namin yung box. Can we keep the items and then leave na lang yung box?
Yes, of course.
Okay, sige. Yan na lang.
And so is the party going to continue further?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. Further down the road, you start to see the mist creeping up on you
Oh
again.
my god, I naman si Miss.
What is the reaction of the party to seeing the mist start to creep up?
To try to avoid it. Can we avoid it?
Tumakbo.
Oo, yun. Ganun.
Oo nga pala.
May iwan sila Ford at si ano. May iwan sila si Karus at si Gideon.
Okay. So, Condoriano, with both Shivara and Johanna riding on top of him, starts galloping quickly to avoid the mist. before he can even inhale any part of it. As he gallops further, you can see Gideon and Icarus trying to run, but not fast enough, as they are swallowed by the mist behind you.
No. May question.
Mhm.
Meron ba kaming idea paano namin ano si Miss or wala? Like
Who is that?
Siya tumahimik.
wala. Active
Sige,
pa
tuloy
niya.
na. Wait, mute
Like,
ka muna.
like anong mayroon bang may idea sa amin? Paano ma-avoid or paano mapatay yung mist? Ang tawag ma-disintegrate yung mist?
You know, from what you can tell right now, it is a fog. That's all you can tell from it. Other than that, you have no information.
Okay, sige. Move forward na lang kami.
Okay.
Si Icarus pala, baka pwedeng lumipad. Kasi nilipad naman siya.
Okay.
Kasi si Kid yun. Ba talaga?
Kargahin si Gideon.
Kuhatin niya. Kuhatin na lang.
Kaya ba niya si Gideon?
Sure. Okay. We will have Icarus and Gideon flying behind you, away from the mist as well. And in
Kasi ko sana kalat ka rin ko sa ano gamit yung rope. Sila
Baka mapakal na tayo pag kinaladkad mo na kaming apat. Ay, pagkasama na kaming apat sa weight mo.
and in your rush, Condoriano, you see that there is a fork on the road once more. To your left, you see a hill, and on top of the hill, there is a structure. On the right, it is the road which continues to wind across these uneven lands.
left.
Okay. So you're choosing to go left.
Okay, go. Follow na lang si Condoriano. Ay,
Wala
magde-decide.
kayong choice, nakasabay kayo.
Wala kaming choice.
Nag-panic.
Okay, very good. So, as you approach this hill, turning left on the road, you notice that on top of the hill there is a structure with several propeller blades sticking out from its top. It is a windmill that sits on top of this hill.
Pwede ba naming i-check if ano ba puntahan natin? Kaya lang baka anong itsura ng windmill? Parang dilapidated na ba? Or maayos pa?
Okay. As you look closer at this windmill, you see that it has an onion-shaped dome, and the walls are made of gray brick and covered in dirt. A lot of them are already run down. A lot of the bricks are already run down and chipped away. While there is a small doorway at the bottom. And you see that perched on top of what looks to be a wooden beam above the door is a raven. It looks very old.
Gusto mo Condoriano kausapin? Di ba meron kang pwede ka makipag-usap sa mga animals?
Pero hindi ako pwede magkasandal kapag ano, animal form.
No, pero sayang naman yung ano mo. Anyway, pwede naming investigate
See?
yung investigate yung Sparrow ba? I'm sorry, mata ko na.
Raven. It's a
Yung
raven.
Raven
Yeah.
pala.
Sure.
Ah,
Make a...
parang pet ba siya? Parang ganun. Meron ba siyang tag na parang pet siya or something?
Well, from where you're standing, you can see that it is... It doesn't seem to... Parang... How should I say? Hindi siya mukhang pet. It is actually...
Parang wild.
It sees you and it starts hopping around and squawking.
Mga vampire to. Pwede ba mag-transform ng Raven yung mga vampires? Ano kayang pwede namin gawin sa kanya? Wala naman kami. Pabayaan? Or ano bang meron dun sa area kasama nung Raven?
You see that this windmill has a door, a window that looks to be the second level, and another window on top that looks to be the third level. All of them are shut, closed, and they are boarded up with planks.
May
However,
vampires.
you can see that from the other end of this windmill, there are puffs of smoke, as if there's an oven inside and someone is cooking.
Baka pwede tayong makitulog.
Oo, pwede. Pero pick muna. Baka mamaya witch or something. Pwede mo sumilip.
Investigate.
Silip where there are two windows, there's a door. All of them are boarded up with planks.
At lang siguro. Anong gusto nyo? Knock or silip?
Sipain yung ano.
Wag ba mamaya magkaroon tayo ng kaaway.
Pwede mo gawin.
Kasi naisip ko, pag kinatok natin, baka hindi sumagot. Kung silipin muna natin. Anong tingin nyo?
Ano, may chance ni ano.
Sige. Kaso saan? Walang butas.
Sa plank. Sa plank. Ay, sorry.
Okay,
Okay.
so can you see the new map?
Kita na. Ako kita ko.
Okay, so that is the windmill that you see. And here, on top of this door, you can see that there's a raven that is constantly hopping around and squawking at you. So what's the party doing?
Wait lang. Siguro, walang konting space na pwede kami
Pwede ko amoyin yung door.
Oh, pwede.
Okay. Well, what are you trying to smell for?
Amoy ba yung kabayo?
Probably.
Human. Investigate.
Sure, make an investigation check. Oh my goodness.
Oh!
May guidance yan, di ba?
Guidance.
Oo, meron.
Okay. And with your not so sensitive nose as a horse, you start to get the scent of something rather familiar, actually. It's the smell of pastries. being baked in an oven.
Ako,
Yung
si
ano, yung
Bara!
kalahati.
Yung cupcakes mo!
Dito ba yun?
Can we knock? I guess. Can we knock sa door?
Okay. So you knock on the door. Who is knocking?
Sige, ako na lang.
And as you knock on the door, you see a woman. The door opens slightly ajar, and you see the eyes of a woman looking at you. Say, yes. What do you want?
Tutulog daw.
Oo, pero kunwari naliligaw kami. Can we ask nasan kaming place? Anong lugar yun?
Oh, you're at the Morganta Pie Factory.
Oh my God!
Ayun nga.
Ayun na.
But
Um,
mom's not here right now. Would you like some pies?
can we,
Pass.
tell him na, kami, suki kami ni Morganta. And then, papakita ko yung mga pies na dala na. May mga pies pa naman kami, di ba? So, papakita ko yung pies ni Morganta. And then, mag-a-ask kami ng favor sa kanya, if okay lang.
Okay. Roll a persuasion check for that.
Okay, with guidance. Just go.
Sure. Okay, roll guidance.
Yan!
And you see her tell you, "Oh, so you've bought from Morganta already. I'm not sure why you'd want to stay here. We don't have much room. But well, you're happy. We're happy to sell you more pies. But you see, we're not really an inn.
Offer na lang kami ng konting money for the anong tawag doon? Yung parang kasi na-hassle sila, so magbigay kami ng konting money. We just need a space, I think space na nga lang eh. Patulog lang saglit siguro. Kasi di pa kami nakakapag-rest, sabihin namin.
How much money?
How about 1 gold piece?
Gold piece.
Mahal.
For how many of you? And we won't accept this horse inside our
Oh no!
our windmill.
Yeah, we understand. Anong gusto mo? Ang tawag dito, Condoriano, mag-shift ka into human form or matulog ka sa labas?
Shift na ako sa human form para
Okay.
maano.
Can we ask him anong name niya?
Oh, me? My name is Bella.
You're a girl. Bella, can we ask, is it safe to stay outside?
Here?
Halimbawa,
Sure. You can stay outside here. It won't be a bother.
Hindi. Tinatanong kasi si Condoriano kung ayaw niya. Tulog siya sa labas. As horse form. Pero kung gusto niya mag-human form, sa loob tayo.
Balik na ako sa human form para
Okay.
makatulog sa loob.
Oo, sige. Let's assume na sila Ford matutulog sa labas. Tayo na lang yung matulog sa loob.
Well, Icarus and Gideon have not yet caught up with you. Since Icarus'
Okay.
speed is not as fast as Condoriano's. Especially
kami
since
na
he
lang.
is carrying a 200-pound orc with him.
Oh my God. Oo nga. Sige. Mag-offer ako ng 1 gold piece para sa amin. Tatlo, if okay lang.
Pwede bang
What lang
5
ha?
agad?
What? Ha? Anong 5?
5 tayo. 1 gold piece for 5 people.
Oh, sige. Kaya lang wala pa sila ha. Oo, sige.
Am I
Mamaya,
doing
pag dumating.
magic?
Sige,
Am I
party na lang.
doing magic?
Oo.
Can I do
Am I
magic?
doing magic?
Yes,
Sige.
Kai. You're doing magic.
Sabi ko sa kanya pag
Ayun.
nag-hug siya, happy ako. So, parang magic.
Nice. Cute. Ganun na lang makipag-bargain kami na 1 gold piece for the 5 of us. We don't need the bed naman kung walang bed. Parang space lang to rest for a while, I guess.
Roll Wait, nag-persuasion ka na. Okay. And she tells you, alright. I guess that would be fine. Can you make it 1 gold piece each? Because if Morganta comes back and she finds out that I let you in, I might be in big trouble. We don't normally
Guys.
accept guests in here.
Gusto niyo mag-shell out ng 1 gold piece
Kasi,
for the
pwede ba naman
rest?
sabihin, nagbigay na kami ng 1 gold piece before kay Morganta. So, parang kilala na kami, tapos welcome na kami daw sa bahay niya. So,
Shivara, roll deception for that.
With guidance.
pwede ba mag-assistance na rin?
Sure.
Sino muna mag-roll?
So who's assisting?
Ako na lang. Teka,
Okay.
tignan ko.
Sige, go.
Condoriano is assisting.
Ito din?
Deception.
Deception.
Ano? Deception. Okay, wait lang.
So is...
5 yung sa akin. Pero I'm not sure.
Ay, sa'yo na lang, sa'yo na lang. Kulang sa akin.
Sige.
Okay, that's
Pala
advantage.
ikaw na lang.
That's advantage on
Nagulat.
Shivara's
Ay.
attempt. Buti may advantage. My goodness.
Loloko.
Kailangan ko pa guidance. So, okay na to.
That's okay. And you hear, upon hearing that you have already given Morganta a large tip before, and that you are frequent customers of Morganta, you see her close the door, and then you hear a series of locks being undone, and you can hear her shout from behind the door, saying, "Offa! Prepare the room! Make sure it's clean! We got guests coming in!" And after you hear her shout that, the door opens to reveal what looks to be a quite messy kitchen filled with different barrels, wagons, sacks of flour, and an oven on the other end. The interior is small and it's circular with a winding staircase to the right. Ayan. So you can see the interior of the windmill.
Pwede yung kausapin si Bella.
Yes?
Can we ask Bella kung bakit sobrang
Well,
masamang
there are lots of creatures at night. We just want to make sure, and especially with Morganta out right now selling her pastries, we just want to be safe.
Can we look around? Ano yung secret recipe ni Morgan?
You don't see anything off. You see piles of flour. You see an oven, and there are batches waiting to be placed inside the oven. There's a box that's full of different kinds of fruits and spices. And in another one, uh, you find you can see that there's a barrel. Who would like to roll investigation? I will give this one to assist, one to roll.
Ano,
Wait, ang
kulang
papayagan
sa akin.
1 lang yung investigation ko. Ikaw, Shibara.
3.
Ayan.
Ito lang
Ah,
yung assist.
sige. Wait, guidance yung... Pwede bang may guidance yung assist? Hindi.
No.
Okay. Go, kaya mo yan, Josh. Ay, Condoriano.
Okay, so there's
Wow.
advantage on the investigation roll.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
very good.
Guidance pa?
No need. So, you're standing inside this room, you can smell the smell of the sweet smell of pastries. And at the same time, you can smell that there's a strange foul odor coming from the barrel in the middle of this room. You're not sure what it is. And at the corner of your eye, you notice that there is a small shoe tucked underneath one of the crates.
Ah,
While this is
Can we-
happening, Belle
sige, sige.
is telling you, come on, come up. The room's here. Just follow me. And yes, what would you like to investigate?
Later na lang siguro. Pwede po ba namin investigate but may foul smell dun sa barrel?
Okay. So you're not going to heed Belle's call?
So malayo na siya so we can...
No, I mean, she's at the staircase already.
Kita niya ba kami? Like, for example, kung hindi ako aakyat.
Yes, she will notice that you are not following her.
Baka magalit. Sige. Baka, pwede naman later siguro.
What if yung isa lang? Ay, isa lang maiwan. Tapos yung iba magpa-follow.
Yan, you can see her on the staircase.
Ah.
And she's...
Magkunwari ka na lang namin. Kunin ka lang sa bag. Tapos, hindi ka aakyat.
Ako?
Oo.
Ako yung maiwan.
Ikaw, or si Cotoriano. Tapos dadaldali namin si Bella, kunwari, para ma-distract siya. Pwede ba yun?
Pwede
Can you do
naman.
that?
Sure. So that means Shivara, you have to roll stealth.
Hindi, si Cotoriano ata.
Condoriano.
Sino ba mag-sneak? Sino maiiwan
Gusto mo?
para mag-investigate?
Parang ang late lang ng spells ko din. Ang lucky ko.
Yung turtle pa yung naiwan.
Be back, ha?
3 ang stealth ko.
Stealth.
Mag-guide,
Ako one lang
assistance na lang
nga.
ulit.
Pwede, one lang ako.
Pwede ako mag-assist.
You want to do something with your cellphone? Nakakatawa yung boses ni Sky.
Ay,
Oh,
sayang.
wow! Assist yan, ha? O, sino?
Assist
Ako na
eh.
lang. O, so ako na lang.
Si Josh, kasi ikaw yung magdadaldal, di ba?
Hindi ba, pwede naman magdaldal. Ako, kasi mababa din stealth ko, actually. Ano,
One lang talaga yung stealth ko.
Ako din one lang eh, same tayo. So, sinong gustong mag-investigate? Sino mas mataas investigation sa atin? Condoriano.
Investigation sa akin is 2.
Okay,
Kulang yung
so
investigation ko.
who is going to be left to continue the investigation?
We've decided na si Condoriano na lang yung um, maiiwan. Tapos kami yung magdidistract kay Bella.
Okay.
Payag
So,
ka, Condoriano? Or ako lang yung nag-decide? Kasi mas mataas yung investigation mo sa akin. So baka may mas makita ka.
Pwede rin may guidance naman, no?
Ah,
so Condoriano, roll stealth
Okay.
while Shivara and Johanna roll performance to see if you're able to distract her enough. Performance muna.
Sino ako? Or
Ayan, okay. Now Condoriano, roll stealth.
guidance?
Roll guidance. Okay. So, Shivara, Shivara and Johanna, how are you distracting uh, Belle as she guides you up to your room?
ano yung tsura ni Belle?
She looks like ordinary woman. She's wearing ordinary clothes and maybe in her 20s, more or less.
Hawakan ko yung hair niya. Tapos sabi ko, wow, ang ganda naman ng hair mo. Tapos, mag-aasa ko kung ano yung mga ginagamit niyang hair product.
Okay. And as she guides you upstairs, she tells you, "Oh, no, this is just some egg whites every morning. I try to keep it as soft as I can and make sure I rinse it thoroughly." Yeah.
Oh. Tapos sabi ko, wow, ang ganda. Sabi ko, um, kausapin ko siya na, ano pa, what else? How about oil? Naglalagay ka ba ng oil sa hair?
And she says, "No, I don't put oil on my hair."
Why? Di ba nakakasoft siya ng split ends?
Ayan. So habang chinichika mo siya, paakyat kayo ng winding staircase. And Condoriano, how are you making yourself unnoticed as you are left behind?
Magtago ko sa shell.
Mag-stealth ang isang 400-pound na turtle. Mag-ano lang yung tiptoe na lakad.
Okay.
Nakakatawa na imagine ko.
So, Condoriano tiptoes away from the view of Belle as she is being distracted. So, Condoriano, you are now alone in the ground floor. What are you trying to do now?
Pwede magtingin-tingin sa, sa surroundings.
Ano na yung barrel kung ba't mabaho before ka pa.
Oh.
Okay.
Sige, check ko yung barrel.
Make an investigation check. Okay. And as you look around, you try to nudge this barrel and you notice that it is full of liquid. You're not sure what's inside of it, only that there's a strange odor that's coming from it. What else would you like to do?
Open na ba yung barrel? Or ano?
No, the barrel is closed.
siya i-open?
You are aware that by opening this barrel, you might unleash whatever stench is inside, and it might be noticed. Are you going to continue opening it?
Tingnan mo, may mga butas ba yung barrel?
Yeah, there are small gaps, and as you look inside of it, you see that there's a strange liquid inside. You can almost see that it is a thick green liquid, almost like slime.
Pwede ko pasok yung finger ko, then i-touch yung slime.
Sure. So, using your turtle hand, you poke one of your fingernails into one of the gaps, touching the liquid. And as you draw it out, you see some of the green slime has stuck to your fingernail. And yes, this is definitely where the strange odor is coming from.
Pwede ko i-investigate ulit yung slime.
What are you looking for in the slime?
Ano ba talaga?
What it is?
Kung ano?
You're unable to find out what it is. You're not sure what it. Based on what you can see and what you have collected from the barrel, you are unable to determine what exactly it is.
Pwede ko magtingin-tingin sa ano, yung area na nag-surround ng barrel.
Okay. As you look around, you see that there are several bottles of other liquids. Some of them look like condiments, others look like potions.
Potion. May potion. Anong potion yun?
You see one of them is labeled mother's milk.
See, balik na lang ako sa taas.
Okay. And you follow Belle, Johanna, and Shivara up the stairs. Where you see Johanna, Shivara, and Condoriano. That this floor, in the middle, there is a big grinding stone at the middle.
Can we, parang check kung ano yung mga residue dun sa grinding stones? Kung ano yung ginagrind nila dun?
As you look on the side, all you see is a white powder. A very fine white powder.
Yun na yung secret, can I try to, yung alam mo yung pupunas mo yung kamay mo, tapos aamuyin mo yung dust or something. Baka lang malaman namin kung ano yun.
And as you try to do that, Belle tells you, don't touch. No touching anything here. Okay? I welcomed you in here as guests, but please don't touch anything. Okay?
Sabihin ko, oops, sorry. Can I ask, ano to? Sabihin ko.
This is just the grinding wheel for our flour. This is nothing.
Pwede i-distract ulit siya para yung iba naman yung mag-try mag-swipe nung kamay para amuyin kung
Sure.
drugs ba yun. Drugs ba yun?
Slime.
So using your performance, you're able to continue flattering. What do you tell her to distract her?
Sasabihin ko naman sa kanya, how about, what did you use for your skin? Sabihin ko, you have a nice skin. Sabihin ko,
Oh,
ang like Korean glow, gano'n.
oh, it's a new product that I found. It's called
Nahirapan ka ba, Toby? Sorry.
hindi na okay lang. It's called definitely not fake gluta.
Oh my God. Oh, really? Where do you get it?
Definitely not from a uh, multi-level marketing scheme.
Oh no. Sabon ba to?
Okay, so there's this guy. He tells me he's a representative of Josana and sells me these supplements that are definitely worth it, and says that I can make money while I get beautiful skin. Isn't
Oh,
it?
wow.
Isn't it nice? Would you like it
Yeah.
too?
Let me think about it. Sabi ko. Because wala akong pera masyado.
Oh, that's the best part. You don't need so much money. Your 10 coppers, let's make it 10 gold.
Oh my God. How about let's talk about it later.
All right, all
And then
right.
we will try to parang pull her away dun sa grinding machine. Parang
Okay.
yung alam mo yung mga girls na parang
Uh-huh.
pink ko sa kanya.
Okay. And while this is happening, who is investigating the grinding wheel?
Sino gusto? Shibara gusto mo or Contoriano?
Sige, pwede ako. Right, guidance. Ay, guidance. Assist.
Okay. What are you doing?
Investigate.
Okay, investigation. Roll investigation.
Okay. Wala nang assist.
Well,
Ay, sorry.
does Condoriano want to assist?
Na-roll ko na eh. Okay lang kahit hindi na.
Okay.
18? Okay lang ba yan?
Yeah, 18's okay. And you secretly take your finger and swipe it on the grinding wheel as you take some of the powdery substance on your finger. You look at it, you smell it, and
Bahay na naman ako.
one thing you're sure is that is not it is not flour. But you're
Nga
not
ba may,
sure of what it
may
is.
shady business yan si ano eh. May shady business talaga yung pie making niya. Pwede ba malaman if drugs or something? May drugs na ba ng panahon na yun? Kasi parang addicting yung ano niya, diba? Yung pie niya.
Anong sabi mo, Josh? Okay. How would you try to find out that information?
Yun nga eh. Medicine ba yun? Can she roll medicine?
So,
Or hindi?
Shivara, are you willing to taste it?
No.
Ikaw na talaga! Yung addict na ganito na lang.
Parang ayoko na.
Maglagay ka na lang ng konti sa vial or something sa skirt mo or something. Tapos later na lang sa taas na lang natin i-check. Kung ayaw mong tikman, syempre sober ka na. Sabay ni ano.
Meron ba
Sabay.
tayong vial? Sige, pwede ba lang ilagay sa container?
Yeah, okay. I think you still have a vial or two.
Meron ba tayo?
Actually, hindi ko rin alam kung meron
Wala
tayo.
ako.
Oo. Saan mo kaya pwede? pahid mo na lang sa clothes mo, tapos hawakan mo lang yung clothes mo. Diba yung powder naman pwede mong ipahid? Diba? Pwede ba yun? Para lang,
Siguro, sige.
oo. Kasi parang powder naman siya, so I guess may residue pa yun for...
Hello?
Hello.
Hi!
Yes.
Ay, may vial ka ba, Condoriano? Si Lut... Ay, hindi, meron. Di ba Luther itong si Condoriano? Baka meron siyang cup or something.
Yung kaninang
Meron ako.
niloot natin, lagyan
wala,
natin
wala.
ng... Ha?
Ano lang sa akin, silver plates lang yung meron ako.
May cup tayo kanina, teacup. Yung porcelain teacup.
Ay, hindi kinuha kasi ano yun. May clip.
Kinuha ko, diba?
Kinuha
Ay,
ka.
May kinuha ka.
paano ba?
Ngayon na lang.
Okay. And so you place it on the teacup. Shivara, make a sleight of hand check.
Mabasag ko pa.
Ano naman yatang value yung pickup na yun?
Oh no.
Nakita ka?
Unfortunately, as you try to smear the powder on the teacup, you accidentally cut your hand on the chip, resulting in your blood covering even more of the teacup,
Oh no.
and some of it even mixes with the powder.
Na-contaminate na yung powder natin. Condoriano, i-wipe mo na nga lang sa damit mo. Mamaya na natin amoy sa taas.
Yung ano, yung slime na sa kamay ko. Pwede ipaamoy ko muna sa inyo.
Oo, pwede.
Yung
Slimy
lapit ko
ka,
yung ano.
slimy ka nga pala.
Baka may ng powder pa rin. Kahit may konting blood.
There is still powder on the
Okay.
teacup.
Pala, may
Okay
powder
na
na.
siguro yun.
Pwede na yun.
Ayun na yun.
Okay, and she brings you another flight up, where you see now there is a bed, and she points out to you. Okay, so you can rest here. Just don't mess up the bed too much, okay? That's where I sleep.
Okay, I promise. Kasi close na kami ni Bella.
And so, how about the gold that you promised?
Sorry, nakapatay pala yung mic ko. Ako na lang muna magbigay, tapos 1 gold lang naman yung ibibigay ko, di ba?
Yeah.
Okay, sige. Minus ko na lang sa gold pieces ko.
Okay. And so now she leaves you alone to rest. And before she goes down the stairs, she gives you one last reminder, saying, "When please don't go snooping around, okay? Our recipe is top secret. If Morganta found out that her recipe was publicized and known by the public, she will be very angry with me. Okay?
Okay. Promise.
Okay, just stay there." And she leaves the room.
Ilabas niyo na.
Now you are
Sige, go.
in the room together, alone. And Shivara brings out the teacup with the blood smeared on some of the powder. You can see that there is maybe a small pinch left that is untainted. What is Shivara going to try to do with this?
Give to Johanna. Siya mag-try.
Pwedeng dalawa kami ni Condoriano. Ay, hindi. Ako
Try
muna.
mo talaga.
There's not enough.
Um,
You know that it is just one small pinch left.
baka mamaya ano ako. Ano ba yun? Di ba may masamang effect yun kinabukasan?
Tataas yung life mo. Pero kailangan mag-roll for fatigue ata.
Oo.
Save.
Anong,
Constitution save.
Sige. Sige na nga. Take one for the team. Tikman na.
wait lang.
Para malaman yung secret ni Morganta.
Pwede ako na lang siguro.
Sure ka?
Kasi,
Sabi ko na nga.
hindi. Kasi, kung tumaas man yung ko, ang tawag dito, yung hit points ko, okay lang. Kasi mababa yung hit points ko ngayon. 16
Ilan
over
ka?
33.
Oo nga. Sige, ikaw na lang. Sabi ko na nga ba eh.
Addict talaga.
Adik ka talaga eh. Sige, ikaw na lang.
Sige, ako.
Para ma-satisfy ang cravings
Oo.
or addiction.
Yung addiction eh. Shibara.
Okay,
Sige,
so
test na lang natin.
Shivara, how do you ingest this powder?
Naku, hindi ako marunong. Smell ko lang kung may something familiar ba siya.
Okay, as you smell it, it is odorless, completely odorless.
No, drugs talaga. Tikman mo na.
Tikman ba yun? Hindi ako marunong.
Oo. Di ba ganun din
Okay.
ginagawa yun?
Pala kasi bread.
Oo.
Sige. Pipigyan mo akong konti.
Okay,
Maliit lang.
so as you lick some of the powder from your finger, you sense that it is still tasteless.
Ano ba yan?
However, as you
You want
para-
ice cream?
as you try to figure out what kind of taste this powder has, you start to feel a bit of a tingling in your mouth,
Oh no, drugs talaga.
and you start to feel very alive and awake and roll 2d4.
Para sa ano niya? Ano 2D4? HP ba yun?
Ay.
Toby, ano yung 2D4?
You'll find out.
Oh no!
Okay. Wow. And because of this invigorating feeling, you regain 8 hit points.
Wow!
Ayun. May side effects na yan.
Matutulog pa naman eh.
And your exhaustion has been removed.
Wow!
Ayun.
Subo ata yun.
Hindi ako nagkaroon.
Tumakas ka.
Yes, your exhaustion has been cured upon tasting this powder.
Yes. Ano yan? Ay,
So, what do you do now, Shivara?
Pagod.
Share ko sa kanila yung nangyari. May natitira pa ba?
You can see that there is maybe enough for one more lick.
Yan! Pagod ka ba, Condor yan? Hindi pwedeng tayong tatlo. Dapat may isa sa ating sober.
And you start to see
wow.
Condoriano and Johanna, Shivara, full of life to the point that her eyes are wide open and she cannot close them anymore.
Na,
Oh my God.
paano matutulog?
Wait lang. Baka meron akong ano
Fatigue.
Mamaya pa pala. Makakatulog ba ako?
Yes, you will be able to rest. if you want to.
Okay. May
However,
fatigue ba siya after tomorrow?
you'll find out.
May
And
ano ko, healing
aha.
powers ako. Hindi, sasabihan ko lang si Shivara na don't worry, may healing powers ako. So, pag pagod ka tomorrow, pwede natin i-heal. Pwede kang i-heal.
Okay.
Okay.
I-keep na lang muna natin tong natira.
Oo.
And move on sa slime.
Itago mo muna yan. White powder na yan.
Tago.
So right now, you get the sense that it is already starting to become nighttime. The sun has set, and it is dark everywhere. Would you like to rest in this area? Take a long rest?
Yes.
Hindi,
Tayo, no? Hindi pa tayo nag-long rest.
hindi pa. Paano yung kay Condoriano na slime? Wala bang ano yan? Clue or anything?
Oo nga.
Make an Arcana check.
With guidance.
Okay po. Mababa.
Unfortunately, you are unable to identify this strange slime that Condoriano has picked up.
Kana check.
Pwede mag-try yung iba.
Oo, pwedeng hawakan ko.
Ito,
Okay.
Okay.
ito. Uy, pwede
Unfortunately,
guidance.
that won't be enough even with guidance.
Ako, can I try Arcana? Kung baba din ang Arcana.
Go ahead. Roll guidance. Okay. Johanna, the only thing you know, or you can deduce from this strange liquid that it is some sort of ingredient to something, but you're not sure what.
Ay?
Tago mo lang si ano yan, sino to, si Justin makakatulong sa atin. Di ba, ano si Justin Baker? I guess we can keep it for tonight until makasama natin sila. Can we do that?
You can.
Sige, keep muna namin para mabigay namin kay, ano name ni Justin? Sorry, nalimutan ko.
Gideon.
Kay Gideon. Yes.
Okay.
Tingin ko siya yung may knowledge. At saka sakto meron din pang natira dun sa powder, di ba? So pwede din natin paggamit kay Gideon.
Yes. Okay. So you're going to take a long rest now? Is that correct?
Yes.
Is anyone going to stand guard? Or are you all taking the rest?
Oh, shoot. Oo nga, no. Pwedeng, rotation.
Sure.
Parang 4 hours until mag-morning.
Sure. No problem.
Sige, ganun na lang.
So who's taking the first shift?
Si... Gusto mo Shivara kasi ano ka naman? Energetic ka naman pa. Or gusto mo mag-rest? Ay, mauna
Sige,
ka na.
sige.
Pwede naman ako. Hindi pa mababa yung ano ko.
Pero pwede ako muna kasi buhay na buhay pa naman ako.
Nag-sugar rush ka ba?
Oo nga eh. Ako pala yung nag-sugar.
Oo.
Okay.
Sige.
So Shivara is taking the first shift. And Johanna and Gideon and Condoriano are the first to sleep. Gideon and Condoriano, Johanna and Condoriano make a constitutions. Make a wisdom save.
Oh no, why? Sige.
Uy, ang liit.
What's that? Ba't
Okay.
kaya tayo nag-save?
Hold on. Okay. So, Condoriano, while you are asleep, you start to dream a very vivid dream. Uh, you see in your dream a woman, a very beautiful woman with red hair, long red hair. She is being chased by a man, tall and pale, and she um, she enters her home and closes the door before the man chasing her can can catch her or can find her. Your dream cuts into the next scene wherein this same woman is now being pulled by a mob. Uh, all of them seem angry at her. And she is being uh, dragged toward what looks like gallows. The dream ends as the noose is being placed on her neck. And you wake up. So who's taking the next shift?
Ah, sige ako naman.
Okay.
Next sheet.
So Shivara and Condoriano, make another wisdom save. Ayan.
Wow, eh.
Okay. Shivara, as you try to sleep, you suddenly have a vivid dream. You again see uh, a woman with long red hair, and you see a man that looks oddly familiar. You know him to be he looks like an older version of Ismark. Um, you, on the other hand, are telling the red-haired woman, who you remember to be Irina, to get back and to stay indoors as you look outside what looks to be your mansion. You see several werewolves clawing at the doors and zombies following them, heading towards your house. You push against the door with all your might to prevent them from coming in. And as this goes, you wake up to find that the sun has once again risen, and you are awake, and it is the next day, and everyone has gained the benefit of a long rest.
Yay!
So refill your hit points and refill your spell slots. However, Johanna, while Condoriano and Johanna were sleeping, please roll a perception check.
Johanna? Si
Yes,
Johanna?
yes. Johanna.
Guidance? Or no?
Sure, guidance.
Thank you.
Mm, I don't think that's gonna make it. Okay.
Aww.
So, throughout the night, you do not hear anything except for the squawking of the raven. All you hear is
So,
every now and then.
meron ka bang pwedeng gawin para mag-reroll?
No.
lang.
This is a
Ah.
one-time thing.
Okay.
And you do not
Sige.
notice anything out of the ordinary for the entire
Okay.
night.
Sige.
So it is the next day, and you have again awoken. And you have all gained the benefit of a long rest, and you are once again energized. You notice that Gideon and Icarus have not yet returned. They have not made it to your area yet. And Belle comes knocking at your door, climbing up the stairs, saying, "Hey, are you up yet?"
Sabi ko, hi, good morning, Belle.
Hi, yes, yes. Good morning. So, Markanta is about to come back. You have to be buying pies, or you have to be leaving.
We're leaving. Sabihin ko. Thank you for letting us stay.
Okay. Well, thank you for the gold. Yes.
Paano pala yung, kasi 3 lang kaming natulog, hindi nakaabot yung 2. So, babalik ba niya yung 4, yung silver?
No.
Gosh, Var!
Hindi naman nagamit eh.
No refunds.
Pwede na, okay. Sige.
Unless you want to
Tapos
ask for
paalis
it.
na kami.
Sige, okay na
Do you want to ask for it back?
No na.
Pwede mag-ask na lang kami kung ano yung nasa barrel. Ay, hindi ko lang sabihin.
So, parang fishing ka lang. Yung, alam mo nung paakyat kami, may parang mabaho dun sa baba. Ano yun? Ganun. Parang fishing lang. Parang hindi,
Ayan, si Johanna nag-fishing.
parang hindi obvious na tinatanong natin yung barrel.
Okay. As you are all going down the staircase, she tells you, "Oh, that's just a special ingredient that we use for our pies. That's nothing."
Can I try using parang, meron akong, shit, ngayon ko lang naalala. Meron akong spell na pwede kong sabihin sa kanya magsabi siya ng totoo sa amin. Can I do that?
What spell is this? Sure.
Wait lang. Hahanapin ko lang. Command? Di ba sa command pwede ko rin siyang parang Na magsabi siya nito para gawin niya. Or action dapat.
Command will tell her to do something.
Do something.
Yes.
Sayang. Wait, meron pa ba akong iba? Wait lang, check ako. Actually, wala na. Yun lang pala. Wala na ako ibang spell. Kayo, meron ba kayong spell na pwede natin parang maging parang friendly siya sa atin?
Wala akong ganun eh.
Mga eh. Wala. So, I guess hindi ko use command. Oh, well.
Okay. And as you step down back into the ground floor, you catch at the corner of your eye some tiny bones on the floor.
What? Can we parang titigan namin kung ano siya, like kid's bone or animal bones?
Make a medicine check for that.
Okay, sige.
If any of you, all of you, make a medicine check to see if any of you can identify what it is.
Ana?
Ayun na
Wow.
So, Condoriano,
Si medicine ko.
your familiarity with creature anatomy tells you that the bone that you saw on the floor is human.
Gusto nyo gamitan natin ng command si Belle? Na matulog siya. Tapos ano tayo, look around tayo. Ano gusto niya? Nalimutan kong gamitin yung kanina. Ay, kagabi pala.
Ano ba niya malalaman?
Oo nga, malalaman ba niya na ginamitan namin siya ng spell? Human ba siya?
As far as you can tell, she's a human.
Ano, gusto nyo? Pwede natin siyang, pwede ako mag-command na go to sleep or something.
Go.
Para mabilis na tingin-tingin. Before
Okay.
dumating si Morgan. Game?
Sige, game.
Okay. Game.
Tapos only one shot. Pero okay na rin siguro.
Can you ping the
Sige.
control spell?
Game ka.
Okay. So you want to cast this on Belle?
Yes.
Okay. So that means Belle takes a saving throw.
Mababa siya.
And what is your spell save DC? 15. Okay. And what is your command?
Command ko is matulog siya. Ay, anong gusto nyo? Like, pass out para hindi magising talaga? Kasi pag
Sige.
tulog, baka magising eh. So, yung parang lasing na tulog, yung hindi ka magigising kahit
Sige.
may yung ganun na lang, tubi yung parang pass out na sleep. Ano mga right word? Yung parang tulog ng lasing, ganun.
Okay. Parang ano alam na alam Okay. And you can see her suddenly go. You guys don't move. Don't go. And she passes out on the floor.
Game! Let's do this. Yan. Can we investigate yung bones?
Yeah.
Ayan. Puntahan namin yung barrel. Nandun ba sa may barrel banda yung bones?
No, the bones are on one of the corners of the floor near the
Oh.
oven.
Oh, okay. Sige. Lapitan ko yung mga bones. Tapos i-check if parang freshly cut sila. Yung parang ganun. Fresh pa yung mga bones.
Okay. As you look at them, you can see that they are probably a few days old.
Okay. And meron bang markings na makikita doon sa area kung anong ginawa sa kanila? Meron bang ganun? Yung may knife ba? May axe ba?
As you look at them, you can see that part of this bone was mashed.
Oh, match. Oh, okay. Sige. Ano bang ibang nakikita namin? Yun lang?
Uh, well, there's a chicken coop.
Inside the house?
Yes.
Can we investigate anong laman ng chicken coop?
It has chickens
Wala nang iba.
and a few eggs inside.
Okay, baka ginagamit for bakings. Yung barrel, can we open it?
Sure.
Kaya lang bababaho yung buong place?
Yes.
Ano na lang, investigate na lang. Like, ano siya, like, doon ba minamarinate yung mga kids, human bodies, ano ba?
You open it and you see that it is a foul-smelling green thick liquid that you are not sure what it is used for.
Kuha na lang din kami sa... Meron na ba kami? Sample?
Well, the one that Condoriano has taken or they dried out by now.
Okay, sige. Pwede maglagay sa vial.
Sure.
Mag-look around kami, baka may vial. Kasi, syempre, ano naman.
Yeah, you see several bottles
Kuha
that are
kami.
empty.
And then, pwede investigate. Nasaan yung parang muscle, ano ba? Laman ng mga bones. Kung nasaan.
Okay, roll. Wait. You're looking for the other remains of the bones? Is that what you're asking? Okay.
Wala na.
You do not see anything there.
Pero may mga freshly baked pies.
Yes, you see that on the table there are freshly baked pies with another batch ready to come in. And you hear from the top of the staircase footsteps that sound like
Tao.
that they are coming down. And you hear a voice
my-
saying, "Belle, get ready! Mother's coming home! Come on!"
May tao. Anong gagawin natin, guys? Can we get yung sample nung parang yung pies na ipapasok pa lang sa oven?
Sure.
Sige. Kuha kami ng mga couple pieces. And then, ano pang nakikita namin?
There's a wooden trunk with holes.
Parang, can we peek?
Yes. And as you look inside, you can see tiny eyes.
Oh my God, may bata dun sa loob. Can we... Siyempre, syempre open. Ilan yung tao sa taas?
You're not sure? You heard only one
Oh my
voice?
God. Okay. Kaya ba naming hilahin yung box palabas?
Yes.
Sige. Si Condoriano na lang maghila, tapos labas na kami. May kailangan pa ba kayo inside the baking area?
Wala na. Basta nakuha yung mga evidence. Yung
Oo, yung
mga-
mga evidence. Diyos ko, ang kinakain mo pala, Mishta tuloy. Baby, ako din yung mga dala kong pies, baby. Sige, kuha kami ng konting pies, kuha ng parang yun nga, yung slimy thingy. Tsaka yung bones, kuha din kami ng sample. Ewan ko ba't kailangan ng bones. Tapos labas na kami. Yes, bakit? Baka parang hindi na kami makita.
Okay. And as you start leaving, and you open the door
Oh my God!
to let yourselves out, you see an old woman
Oh my God!
standing in front of you, and on her back there is a big push cart. And it says, "Oh, dearie, what brings you here?" It is Morganta with her push cart. "Come to buy some pies from Morganta?"
Yes, sabihin ko na lang. Yes, ganun. Tapos, pwede bang paano ba? Paano kami lalabas? So, try kong hilahin siya papunta dun sa bilihan ng ice para hindi niya mapansin yung box na dala ni Condoriano.
Roll performance for that.
Oh my God! With guidance, please.
Sure.
Assist.
Yes. Mataas. Yan!
Yeah.
Yes!
And Morganta happily says, "Oh, very well. You've come to the right place. Oh, wait. Would you like a freshly baked one? I'm sure my daughters put a new batch in. It will be very delicious for you if you get it newly baked. Come.
Sure. Tapos, labas na si Condoriano at si Shivara. Ako na lang. Ay, baka maiwan. Wait. Ganito. Lalabas na sila, tapos doon lang ako sa may door. I-leave ko yung door na medyo ajar para lalabas na lang ako kagad.
Okay. And as this is happening, after Condoriano and Shivara are able to get out of the windmill, Morganta takes Johanna by the hand and leads her into the middle of the windmill. Says, Come. Here, have a seat. Now you must be very tired having traveled all the way here just for Morganta's pies. Where are my darn daughters?" And Johanna, you notice that Belle, who just a second ago was knocked out cold on the floor, is no longer there.
Fuck! Guys, naiwan ako sa loob.
Saan?
Naiwan ako sa loob.
Naiwan ko sa loob.
And you see Morganta start to hold on to Johanna's hand, na parang alam mo yung lola na keeps on what's the term, parang hinihimas yung kamay ni Johanna while telling stories to Johanna, saying, "Oh, you're so beautiful, girl. You must tell me how a beautiful girl like you came upon this a place like this. Did you enjoy the pastries? Now,
Uy. Yes?
Pwede bang umalis ka na lang din?
Oo.
Hindi mo nagmamadali ka.
Oo, pwede ko bang gamitan siya ng command ulit?
Mauubusan ka na ng slot.
Hindi, okay lang kaysa maano ako sa loob. I think mas better yan. Pwede mag-command ako kay Morganta.
you can try.
You can try. Parang hindi siya tao.
Shucks! Wait, ano pa ba yung ibang powers dito?
Sabihin mo na lang, nagmamadali na kayo. Kasi hindi natin na-meet sina Icarus at
Oo.
Gideon. Hanapin
Pwede
natin
bang,
sila.
pwede bang, parang, ay wait, may nalimutan po ako, tapos tatakbo ako ng mabilis outside. Kasi malapit naman ako sa door.
Now, dearie. And she holds onto your hand much tighter. And it's tight enough to make it so that it starts to hurt and you are unable to escape her grasp. And she says, "Come, this batch will be done in a few minutes. You must try some freshly baked Morganta's pie."
May gagawin ako.
I
Pwede ba
insist.
pwede akong ang gamitan pan-distract.
Okay, and what are you planning to manifest? In order to distract her?
Wait lang. Ano bang pwede? Names, change color. Ano bang pwede din para sobrang ma-distract siya? Can I try yung Rumble of Thunders? Thunder?
Okay.
Sobrang lakas. Like, nagugulat siya.
And as you try to conjure up a huge thunderous noise, you can hear it start to build up. And then it fades away.
What? May power siya.
You feel as though your spell that you attempted to cast has been countered. And someone has prevented you from casting it.
Nakulong na ako inside.
Meanwhile, outside, Condoriano and Shivara, you see the cart that Morganta was bringing with her, parked outside the windmill. And you can start to see the sacks. There are 2 sacks on that cart. And you see one of them start to move.
Bata si Morganta.
Pwedeng i-check since nasa loob naman siya.
Yes. And as you check, you open the first sack. You see that it is a sack full of pies.
Ba't gumagalaw?
And you notice that a few of them have fallen over, causing it to move.
Okay.
There is a second sack.
Check din namin.
And as you open it, you see that what greets you is a sleeping boy and a sleeping girl.
Yun na. Pwede namin gisingin.
Try as you might, they are stuck in a stupor, meaning parang silang comatose. They are unable to be woken from their slumber.
Then, siguro, ma-alarm kami and then babalik kami sa loob para kunin si Johanna.
Okay. How about Condoriano? What are you doing? As you see Shivara rush back into the windmill. Are you following Johanna? Are you following Shivara?
Ito, nag-wait lang ako sa labas.
Okay. And as Shivara enters the windmill, Morganta notices her and says, "Why, my dear, nice of you to join us. Would you like some pies too?"
No. Sabihin ko, we're leaving. Tapos, demanding. Tapos, tumingin ako kay Johanna and then nag-sign ako na halika na.
Sasama na ako sa kanya.
So soon?
Tatry kong tanggalin yung kamay ni Morganta sa arms ko. Tapos sabihin ko, I'm going with her. Ganun.
Leaving so soon? And Morganta, make a strength check
Sige. Kita.
to see if you can get out of Morganta's grasp. Athletics or strength.
Check ko kung ano mas mataas.
Mag-assist. Hihilahin ko siya.
Sure. Make the assist roll first.
Ano ulit?
Athletics or strength check.
Saan yung strength? Hindi ko makita.
Sa left, pinaka left. Oh, that's no advantage. Athletics na lang.
Wait lang. Pwedeng may guidance to.
Sure.
Turn. Wala. Asin yung pinakang left.
Okay. And you're able to
Ay, sorry.
get out of Morganta's grasp. And you see her face change, and from the look of a sweet old woman, you can see that she is now starting to get annoyed and angry with you. Why do you not want to try Morganta's pastries? It will be done in a few more minutes.
Pwede naman sabihin, we still have your pastries. Dami na yung binili last time.
These are freshly baked, and they are specially made. I insist that you stay a few more minutes.
Sabihin ko, can we, parang habang kayo nakausap siya, nag-step back na kami papunta doon sa door.
Sure.
And then, sabihin namin na, may nalimutan kami outside.
And as you continue stepping back, you feel that you bump into a person. And as you look at the person who you bumped into, you see the face of Belle. And she says, "Come on now. It's not every day that Mother bakes a fresh batch especially for certain guests. Come on, whatever it is you have to do, I'm sure it can wait.
Baka may mag-try umalis pa rin. Like, i-shove si Belle.
Shove si Bell. Okay. Make a athletics check for that.
With guidance.
Sure.
And assistance with
So, ako na,
ako ata muna.
oo. Ako na lang assist. Ikaw mag-shove. Gusto mo? Ito na yung assist ko.
Pwede.
Okay, that's advantage. Okay. However, Shivara, you are a very strong warrior. And yet, as you try to nudge her away, she does not even budge.
Okay.
And while this is happening,
Pwedeng i-guidance yung 18. Or too late na.
you feel that it is not human strength that is preventing you from moving her. It's as if something otherworldly is holding her in place. And while this is happening outside Condoriano, you hear the voice of a woman say, "Hey, why'd you peek into Mother's cart?" "You shouldn't be doing that. That's not yours."
Magdi-deny ako.
Okay. So, you didn't look into the bags?
Yes.
Roll deception. Okay. And she gives you a dirty look, a suspicious look. But eventually, she goes near the bags, ties them up again, and carries both of them over her shoulder, one each, one bag on one shoulder, as she goes to the back of the windmill, away from view of Condoriano. And inside, once again, Morganta starts grabbing for one of her pans, reaches into the oven to bring out a freshly baked batch of her dream pies. She gets one of the containers and douses it with what looks to be a fine white powder.
The drugs.
And she takes one pie on each hand and says, "Here, my dears, please try some. I assure you it's very different from the ones I sell in Barovia."
Hello. Ano
No
ba yan?
thanks.
Oo, ganun. Nagtatry kami. No, thanks.
"You are continuing to refuse my hospitality. I do not see why. You are angering an old woman. Do you not know?"
Pwede ba naming, kay Johanna, kay Raisa, pwede ba natin i-reveal na yung mga nalalaman natin? Ako pala, may bata kasi sa labas, di ba?
Oo.
Then may mga human bones.
Ikaw, kasi...
Ibig sabihin lang kakalabanin natin siya.
Oo, ganun.
Kaya ba natin to? Ito lang tayo.
Kahit dalawa na. Baka next week na lang. Pag nandun sila po.
Nandiyan na ba sila?
Tatlo lang tayo. Sige, pwede naman. Actually, pwede. Baka kaya naman
Um,
natin.
Pwede
Sige.
ko
Oo.
bang hilahin muna si Johanna? Papalibutan, iikutin lang si Belle. Saka i-reveal na bakit may mga bata sa labas, bakit may human bone sa loob, mga ganun.
Okay. So where are you placing yourselves
Ay,
as you say this and reveal the information that you know?
so nasa door pa rin ako.
You remember that the doorway is blocked by Bell?
Ay, okay. Si Belle ba yung nag-block? Okay.
Can we kaka? Kay ano? Kay Conoriano. Kaka! Tulong!
Sa labas.
Sige. Gaano tayo dito? Mapapalaban talaga. Sige. Sige.
Alam ko na, pwedeng magkakas ako ng darkness. Kaso
Sige.
nakaharang pa rin si Belle eh.
Oo.
Pero, pwede ba akong, pag nag-darkness ako, sisingit ako sa side niya. Hindi niya naman ako mapipigilan kasi hindi niya ako makikita.
Sure, you can try.
Sige, cast ako ng darkness. Then, hawakan ko si Johanna. And then, sisingit kami palabas.
Okay. How are you moving through the darkness?
How?
Yes.
Normal walk lang.
No, I mean, if you're saying na hindi ka niya makikita, that means you can't see either.
Magkatabi
Meron akong
kami.
devil's sight.
Because, in darkness, what magical and non-magical to this.
Pala tong
Okay. Okay, very good. And you see that the darkness suddenly, what's this? It covers the entire area.
Let's go!
However, before you can even make a move, you feel again that your spell has been broken, and the darkness subsides.
Kung
Anong
nakalaban
klase?
natin dati, hag ba yun? Feeling ko
Oo.
siya.
And you
Kumukuha siya ng mga bata.
and you see Morganta saying, "No, my dearies. It would have been much easier if you had just taken the pies. Now, we have to do this the hard way, I see." And she
Yan.
reveals her face suddenly changes, and you can see she goes from being an old woman to reveal purple skin and horns on her head. And yes, she is what you recognize to be a hag. And as you look at the door, trying to plot your escape, you see that Belle has also revealed her true form, which is that of a hag.
Hag.
And you have the sense that they will not let you live, not let you leave this windmill alive because you know too much. And
My
right
God.
now, you can hear the Condoriano from a distance. You can see that there is a figure at a distance flying in the horizon, carrying a 200-pound orc. And next to them is a woman with long red hair that is running right next to them, trying to keep up. And this is where we are going to end tonight's session.
God. Ay, stress. Stress.
Okay,
Anyway,
so this is where we are going to wrap up. And next week, well, as I said earlier, bakbakan na to.
oo nga. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I
Thank
hope
you
you
so
enjoyed tonight's
much.
session. Good night.
Good night. Thank you
Right.
so much.
Thank
Bye,
you.
guys.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.